I am good. Everyone, I cut my hair off. It was an absolute state. It's not styled or anything, hence the hat. But I just decided to chop it off myself yesterday, so chopped my hair off. But yeah. So everyone, yeah, just a quick one, just my quick little spiel at the start. If you are watching the live recordings, if you've got the ability to drop a like on there, maybe just comment a little emoji or something, it would be handy for me, would help me out. But yeah, that's it really. All the normal stuff. If you want to get staked by standard backing like I am, ! staking, make sure to use my PokerStars screen name, VeganMan420, as the referral. You get a fast tracked application. Durogin, if you want to use them, good overlays and hotkeys and all that sort of stuff. I use them for tiling. I think you get 25% off if you use my link. We will check this one, I believe. And then, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, we talk like hands and stuff. Mainly at the moment. So here, I think we're still going to float, just because they can have a lot of draws and stuff still. We can be ahead. One of the cards you wouldn't want to see, because any of their like semi bluffs with sevens now just got there. Are they going to follow through? No. Population doesn't like following through when they should do. We're just going to check, because if they are giving up, if they've just got some random trash that they've given up with, we'll be ahead of. They hit the nuts on the river. Very good, very good. Yeah, but Discord, still not much going on in there. I am trying to, whenever I do some study session on hands and specific spots, I've been trying to get them into the Discord. Uh, 3x. I don't think they're going to have lots of 3x off this stack size versus mine. I think we'll just go for big bet here now. So we check back and they snap call. I mean, clubs didn't get there. We could still be ahead of clubs. That's the thing. It's a pretty weird line, isn't it, altogether? It's a pretty weird line. Check back. Call big bet. Jam river. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. So yeah, apologies everyone for not streaming yesterday. I just spent time. I wanted to study more, to be honest. What on earth do we want to do here? Like, our hand's good, plays well post flop. Four bigs and they got all these calls. It's going to be quite a substantial 3-bet. Maybe we just flat this one. Do we ever get to lead here? I know I can lead here if it was a single raised pot. I'm gonna have a lot of 3x. I'm gonna have so much more 3x, and people aren't gonna have as much 3x as I. So maybe. It's quite a small bet at this stack depth. I mean, if they've got king queen, I'm gonna be so annoyed, man. So they call. I mean, spades is like absolutely makes sense as well. I think for this price, you just have to call, though. I think. Spades, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, everyone, I just wanted to spend a bit more time studying yesterday, because I just feel like if I get into the spot like blind versus blind again for another day going, hey, Rocky Balboa. Thanks for stopping by, mate. I think we can flat or raise here. We'll just go for flat this time. Do we ever get to float this? It's just quite a substantial. I mean, what are they saying with this bet? A lot of people's out of position bets. I mean, they're not supposed to bet all that frequently anyway. I think we're just gonna fold this one. Maybe I'm over folding there, but I think for that size, if I do hit a queen or a jack, I've not got the strongest queen or jack kickers. Maybe we could just min raise it. Hey, Rocky Balboa, just because you're new, I think you're new. If you are like I love people talking about the hands and stuff. Just please remember I'm 3 minutes ahead or behind or whatever. 3 minutes ahead. So I always forget. I just forget what the hands are on about. So let me know what the actual hand is as well. Like some context for it. So we're probably checking range most of the time on a board like this. I think we can check raise this one though. Wow. Alright. I guess I'm just going to fold then. God, I definitely feel a bit off the mark so far today. Hopefully I'm getting into gear. But yeah, I was just thinking yesterday, like, I was running a bit late, and then I was like, you know what? I actually feel as though I want to study more, because I'm getting pretty annoyed with myself, the lack of knowledge blind versus blind. So I really drilled it, so I'm hoping that I just won't get into some like situations that I don't know what to do now. Hopefully, because yeah, it was just annoying me. I think I was on the verge of tilting. Sad of a flop to see, isn't it? When you're holding the 10-3. But yeah, I think I was just going to be like on the verge of like tilting from lack of knowledge of a spot. That's why I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take another day off and study and really get to grips with blind versus blind play. So yeah, apologies that I didn't stream yesterday, but I think hopefully it'll be better, because, you know, like, I do like to relay the stuff that I've learned as well to you lot. But it just seems like from 60 big blinds upwards, there's actually just a severe amount of checking that is done out of position. Like, even on 8, like, high low boards or high low boards and stuff, just quite a large amount of checking is done, more so than what I've been. There's exploits for like different player types and stuff. I don't really know what player type I sort of encounter the most blind versus blind. I feel like people are pretty sticky blind versus blind most of the time. And that didn't used to be the case. Like, people used to just overfold a lot. So again, because it's just a weekday, I am playing some of the micro stuff as well. The reason why I play the micros, if you don't know why I'm playing some of like the $2 and stuff, is because I play for this backing company. We have to have 300 games a month. We have to play 300 at least. So I just play some of these lower ones during the week just to get my volume up of games. What app site is this? This one at the moment is PogStars. That was a good one, wasn't it? We're just gonna rip versus this stack size here. Yeah, this is PogStars. I play on I play on ACR. I don't play on ACR specifically. I play on a skin for them called Poker King, but it is just ACR, just with a different login and stuff for some reason. So I play on Poker King. I play on 888, and I play on Party Poker as well as Poker Stars. Wow, as if they like wake up with these two hands. They've got all the chips and it's late position, and they just wake up with it's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable how the big stacks, when they're supposed to be opening like 70-80% of their range, they just have top of range every time without fail. It's just every time. However they do it, who knows? But we've registered back into it just to have another go. So we 3-bet Queen 7 offsuit there from the big blind at this sort of stack. I mean, it's more polarized anyway, your 3-betting range, so it's going to have lots of really strong or really shitty stuff. Studying is really hard for me, but I try to force myself to give at least an hour a day, hit some hand reviews, watch a couple of my recorded plays. Yeah, I mean, Rocky, you know, if you're doing that, mate, that's more than what quite a lot of people are doing. If you can set aside an hour a day, it's insane how beneficial that can be. Sounds like you're doing some like decent, you're not just like blindly going in for it either. That sounds really good, Rocky. Well, Rocky, if you do want to join the Discord, here I'll put the link in the in your Twitch chats. Not Twitch chat, Kick chats. Just bear with me, mate. Not many people in there. Not many people like discussing hands or anything yet, but let me just put this in for you and. If you want to, Rocky, if you want to, you know, I'm trying to build a little community of people that want to speak hands and stuff. So yeah, if you do want to, get joined in over there on Discord, and yeah, like you post hands yourself as well, and I'll be posting stuff whenever I do hand reviews and that. But yeah, no pressure if you don't want to. Absolutely fine. A flip. Nice. So I checked this one back all the way versus this position because I just think it's really good for their range. Luckily we hit the nut flush, so we will jam. I mean, we can walk into full houses sometimes, but I just feel like if they had anything, they would have bet at some point. Could be wrong though. You never know at these stakes. I mean, it'd be really nice if they've got an ace, an 8, wouldn't it? We just got that in as well. Lost. I don't think I want to be calling A7 off when they jam. I'm not sure. I've barreled it all the way. You know, at the end of the day, we start the hand off with what, like 30 bigs or something effective. So top 2 pair going in all day, every day. You play global and clubs poker. Is global a WPT global? There's been no discussion for my backers if they... I don't know if they let us play on any of those sites, because they're not like fully regulated, are they? They're not like fully regulated, so I'm not sure if our backers like us wanting to play on those ones yet. So we called pre-flop. I think, you know, it's okay, I guess. It's gone check. I think we're just going to jam on this with the flush draw. Fair enough. GG's. I think that was fine. Maybe we just want to call. I don't know. Maybe we just want to check and maybe check call, check jam. I don't know. Either way, we had 6 big blinds on the flush draw. I mean, I think realistically here we should just jam versus this stack size. Starting stack is 5k. We've got less than that, so they should call us off wide. Like, oh my god, unbelievable, unbelievable. So I did some blind versus blind studying, but I still haven't developed the ability to get it in good and win. That's something is an issue with me with that. I just am unable to dominate someone blind versus blind in an all-in situation and win. For some reason, I'm just absolutely incapable of beating somebody when I dominate them blind versus blind when we're all in pre-flop. Hopefully, you know, one day the variance will change, but you know, you can't really do it when they're gonna call you off with ace-4 and then just bink the nuts. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just gonna make my food, so see you very shortly. coins. Oh, so you like you buy coins on the site, you play with the coins, and you can cash them out. Is that like the sort of the way it works with those ones? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think the backers would do anything with that. Even though it still equates to the same money. ACR is a funny one, to be honest, Rocky. Like, all the weirdest, dodgy stuff happens on there from all my games. Like, people just doing the weirdest stuff. Makes me think that there's lots of bots on there. I mean, they do have issues with it. Hey, nice one. Looks like you've joined twice. It seems weird that, like, Kiko did that as well. Somehow managed to join in twice with the same name somehow. Like, I don't know how that works. Welcome in though. Like, as I say, we've got the hand review section that, yeah, feel free to post some stuff in. I don't know if you have solvers or whatever, but, you know, like, I have access to GTO Wiz, so, you know, sometimes I can just go and run stuff. It's always interesting, isn't it, to, like, go, run things. Thanks for the follow as well, Rocky. I do appreciate that, mate. Unfortunately, like, I wish I could implement the stream stuff better with Kick, but I use OBS to stream with, right? And I use the Streamlabs like plugin for it, and YouTube and Twitch link up everything pretty nicely and well, but Kick, just all the stuff that I have that works for YouTube and Twitch just doesn't work for Kick. So when I get a follow, it doesn't pop up with a sound or anything, and I don't know how to implement it. So yeah, apologies you didn't pop up with like a sound like diddling. USA don't like it when they can't get a huge cut. Whereabouts in the USA are you, Rocky? I mean, if you eat Rocky, that's Philadelphia, right? We've got Ace King on both tables. This one's just going to be a clear jam. And you'd presume we'd get called for the bounty. Again, starting stack's 5,000, so my bounty is worth quite a lot of big blinds compared to my actual stack and stuff. hopefully we can get back into this one. Nice, a triple. I think their call with 8-7's pretty fine as well. Like, both of these two called off reasonably normally in a bounty, which usually doesn't happen. Everyone just calls way too tight. Oh, it tried to make a new... Yeah, I think that's what happened with Kiko as well. Yeah, he was just like, why is it sign me in with a different name? And everyone was like, but you're already in here. What's your issue? It looks like ACR. He's got maintenance today, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to play on there today. We'll keep checking. I think starting stack is 10k in this one, so I think this does make a call, I think, for us. 10k starting stack. It's pretty close. I'm not super happy about it, but I think with a bounty that's over a starting bounty as well. Nice, that's a good result. Nice to be flipping in that spot. But their jamming range is going to be strong, but I just don't think we get to fold though. Not at this stage of the tournament. Free rolling. See, this is what it feels like though, the variance. If that was on the other foot, if the shoe was on the other foot there, they'd hit that heart like all day. Where am I from? Sounds Welsh. I sound Welsh, do I? That's hilarious. I'm from Yorkshire originally. I live down near Brighton now in the UK, but yeah, live near. Yeah, I come from a place called Barnsley, which is in South Yorkshire. Sorry, I was just talking to my partner then. That's so funny though, you say Welsh. Americans give me like such a wide range. It's funny though because like it's the case, isn't it, with accents. Like it's even impressive, to be honest, Rocky, that you even got the ability to distinguish, because like sometimes people just say I sound British and I'm like, what? I sound like a posh like Hugh Grant in whatever Hugh Grant film. I'm like, as if. I really want to raise this more, but I guess we just call. They are gonna have quite a lot of asexes though when they're opening off of this stack size. Now this is very dependent on the size of this bet. But yeah, I've had people think I'm Scottish sometimes. I've had people think that I'm Australian sometimes, which is, you know, I always think it's wacky. 6.5 into that. I just don't think we get paid if the king rolls off anyway. Carol! Hello mate, how you doing today? Hey Carol, I cut my hair off yesterday. I just got scissors to it, cut it. So I'm absolutely terrified of this spot. They small 3-betters from this position. Right, this is quite fantastic though, unless they've got aces. What you got for me? Boom. No, it's not offensive one bit, mate. Absolutely not offensive one bit. It's just funny, just absolutely funny. That you think I sound Welsh? That's hilarious to me. REM. Right, so let's do some more blind versus blind stuff. So here, there should be more checking from them. So if someone is showing that they're going to be betting a bit more, we want to be calling more. And hitting trips on the turn, of course. That's what you want to do. Now I guess we bet quite large. We want to get some value from spade draws. We want to get value from Queen X, which probably still has to continue. There's also a few more thingy draws, straight draws as well. We do block some with having an 8 here, but so spades get there, which kind of sucks. King 10 gets there, which sucks. They do block. Some spades are blocked though, with the ace of spades, for example. So maybe that makes it a bit more of an appealing jam. I might be value owning myself here, but you know, it's blind versus blind. Very good. Maybe we got value from a queen. The the thing is with blind versus blind, like as I say, I was doing a lot of work on it yesterday, and I was also I did my seminar again. I've gone through this seminar 3 times now to get it all like implanted in my mind. And yeah, so I tried to get it implemented in my mind, like solid. And I was watching Triton streams yesterday as well, and I was just watching like a hawk all the blind versus blind battles. I was like, what are they doing here? And I think, unfortunately, blind versus blind, because ranges are just pretty wide all the time, you do just get fucked sometimes. We'll get back in that one. It's very unfortunate. That stack depth. So we're betting a bit bigger here. They are going to jam sometimes. I mean, honestly, this might seem a bit wild, but they're going to have so much diamonds that they're going to jam. So many diamond draws that I think we actually do call this. Wow, they actually just jam a 5 there. Wow. God, some people do surprise me. They are a reg as well. Orange for me means that they're a reg. I've marked them down as one of them. A 3-bet. We're betting this one a bit larger, because if we didn't have spades, I'd probably want to bet it larger. But I've got spades, so I kind of want to bet it larger anyway to build the pot. I think we could have gone like 40 or something, but again, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Nah, I knew it was English, but I know there is a lot more than just Britain, England. Yeah. But you know what though? Like, you guys do have a lot of accents as well. Like, an absolute ton of them, really, I'd say. My favourite thing about over there is a lot more dudes aren't afraid of the nose ring. What do you mean not afraid of the nose ring? Why would you be afraid of the nose ring? We're just going to rip this one over the top with the open ender. That works pretty well. What a cooler. I think we can just jam over the top, but I don't know. I think when they've got like half my stack, I don't know if I want to be jamming. So we get raised, not much at all. I think I'm happy just to get it in now. This SPR is what, 1? We'll just get it in. You know, like, they're gonna have some stuff. They're gonna have some stronger stuff, but like higher cards, like ace jacks, stuff like that. I think they're gonna have aces like a million times here though as well, aren't they? Of course. Of course. That's the only size you would use with aces, isn't it there? What a sucker. What a sucker I am. I could just call it and I still get it in. What's the Samsung effect? One of these days I'll call out the fact that they've only got aces and aces only, and I'll actually fold, but for some reason I just seem unable to do it. I'm like, that's the only size you would use for something at top of your range there, and for some reason I just still go with it. Samsung effect. Yeah, let me know what the Samsung effect is, Carol. I think that might have been what people were on about the last time I cut my hair, because when I was younger, I always had hair that was like shoulder length. And then people said that, I think that was maybe the same sort of thing that they were on about. At this stage, if they jam, we'll probably still have to call. Do they? They call it gay, do they? That's hilarious. The nose ring. They call the nose ring gay. That's the first. I think that's the first time I've heard people refer to it as the nose ring being gay. The only piercing that's like categorically gay in my eyes is when you just have your left lobe pierced. Apparently that's a sign of being a gay boy. I've got both of mine. I've got that daith in there as well. That one done. That one crunched like hell when that happened. That one's a crunchy old bugger, that one. But my partner was going on a piercing course, and she needed some subjects to pierce, and I'd never had any piercings. And I ended up getting my nose, the daith. Where else did I get pierced that day? Oh, my eyebrow. And my belly button. I got those all pierced in the same day, which, I mean, at the end of the day, mate, I don't know how you feel about piercings, but I do not like the sensation of a piercing. A lot of people that are into piercing like that sensation. It's not for me. I'm not a pain lover. not me. Not one of those people. I do find piercing stuff very fascinating, though. Some of the piercings that people get are absolutely fascinating to me. Have you seen that one that's doing the rounds at the moment, Rocky? The piercing that people get, that they I forgot what it's called, but they literally go through that part of your nose, out of that side, just all the way through. That is insane that people get that pierced. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe people do that. And then there's all the genital piercings as well, which blow my mind. Like, there's that one that goes, like, horizontally through your tip. Whoa! No, thank you. Samsung is the dude in the Bible who gets his hair cut off and loses his strength. Yeah, I think that's what people were on about before with me, Carol. Because I used to be a rugby player when I was younger. And I just, like, I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm 5'7", nice little miniature boy. And, but I've been 5'7" since I was 11 years old. So I shot up really quick and then just stopped. So I used to be really good at, like, well, I was just naturally good at lots of sports and stuff, and I was always like stronger than everybody else because I was just bigger than everybody, like than most people. So but I always had my hair like longish, and yeah, it was when I was like 13 then I got my hair cut, and everyone was saying the same thing because I was good at rugby, so everyone were like, oh yeah, you're gonna lose all your powers now. All my strength from rugby. But yeah, it's funny life experience, to be honest, Carol. Being the tallest and then just becoming one of the smallest. It's quite an odd thing. Didn't just change sexuality. Imagine if that's how sexuality works. Oh, like, oh, I just really want to be gay, you know. I just need to wait until I get my nose pierced. Just get that ring in there. I don't actually know if I can wear earbuds with my Daith. My Daith is quite a big one. It's a big barbell, but I just like the big thing. I think it's just very dependent on what jewelry you have in it. But I just have like the big barbell that I got pierced with. I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I can show it to you. Can you see it? See it in there? Did you see that? Let me know if you saw that. But yeah, I don't actually wear earbuds at all. I'm not one of those people. I don't, like, if I'm ever traveling or anything, like out, which I never really do anyway, I don't like the distraction of noise. So I'll just not. I do wear over ear headphones, and I have no problem with it. I think with top 2 here, we still want a little bit bigger, but the stack size is very small. Effective stack is very small, so. So we bet big-ish on the flop, big-ish on the turn, and then we just go for it, I think. And we hope they have a 9, because a 9 would be pretty nice. Piercing's alright, tattoos are my jam. See, I've only got a couple of tattoos as well. I did 2 myself, and my partner's got a tattoo gun, so I did a couple myself. I put an alien on my thigh, and just a random symbol I made up on my 3rd left toe. And then for my partner's birthday last year, in Brighton, there's a place just down from the station where you pay 50 quid and it's basically like a gumball machine, and you put a token in the gumball machine and it rolls out a tattoo design, and then you just have to have that one. So we did that, and I've got like a heart with a dagger through. But yeah, I would like to get a few more tattoos. Just lots of little weird ones. I'd like to get a robot, because I got an alien, because I feel like an alien most of the time, especially with how people, like, I do feel like an alien. So 4 bets. We're just gonna call, and then we can fold. We just population. I've been doing a lot of population stuff, and people just don't 4-bet without like kings and aces most of the time, or ace king sometimes. But it's really tough to fold though, queens. It is really, really tough to fold them. So I think whilst I'm in position, you know, we've picked up some equity here, so I can continue. It's just kings, man. It's all the fucking time. It's just nuts. It's either kings or aces. So, you know. But again, like, I'm just finding it really, really tough to fold queens. Even though I know that it's just always kings or aces. Population, you know, population tendencies say that people just don't 4-bet really without that sort of stuff. Unless you're playing like, you know, regs. They're the only times you're going to find like ace 4 suited and stuff. Six piercings and 50 tattoos. That is a whole bunch, isn't it? Oh yeah, not the bridge, man. Not the bridge. Yeah, it's not the bridge that I'm on about. I forgot what it's called. I think it begins with like A, and it literally goes through that, like, through that part. Like, through that hard bit of nose. Weirdos. Okay. I mean, if you're into it, you're into it. Like, whatever. It doesn't hurt anybody else, does it? But fuck me. Fuck me, man. It's that really is something. Honestly, I'm glad, like, I don't have that need for pain and stuff like that. You use the noise you use it to distract the noise. Yeah, I find it just a bit disorientating, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I've always liked I've never been all that big on, like, you know, big old meanings or whatever for tattoos. Like, I kind of just like funny ones and stuff. Doing the side of your head. It's just sick. we have flopped the nutters. I mean, I guess we check. In theory, they should have a few more flushes than we do. We will just call. Don't really see any need to do anything else. And then we raise if they bet on the river, but we don't raise all in because, you know, if we raise all in, we get called by some flushes, but we get called by full houses pretty much only. You know, they can have 7 deuce, they can have 6 deuce, they can have king deuce, they could have 7s if they really wanted to. If they do jam, though, we probably will still have to call. It's the annoying thing about it, Rocky, is the fact that, like, I'm making a real conscious effort to work on population tendencies, and our head coach has got a lot of videos about it, because he uses hand to note, and then he'll like relay all the information that he's discovered from hand to note. And bear in mind, he's got like millions and millions of hands on people that play like 20, like mid-stakes and below. And in $11 tournaments, people just aren't 4-betting. Like, they're just not 4-betting like pretty much anything apart from those hands. So I should just fold. I should. But for some reason I can't. Even though I know that I should based on population stuff. Like, the player that I was playing against, that Pickle Nick guy who had the kings there, like, I think they're a rec. So they're not even a regular. And that means even more so that I should be folding. But for some reason, I just cannot do it. And I need to somehow do it. But no idea. No idea how I end up doing it. So we got 3-bet. We called. I definitely don't love calling ace-6, but I mean, it's a suited ace. I think we might just rip it in on this flop. Just rip it in and run it, I think. Very good. That is so good, Rocky. That's hilarious. It reminds me of the one that my partner got, because I said what she should get backwards, tattooed backwards. She's got it across her chest there, but it's backwards. I think that's so good. My partner's got some good tattoos. Like, she's full of them. She's got some really, really good ones. I don't know this player really, I don't think. They're pretty tight so far. I've only got 51 hands on them, but they play like next to nothing. So I'm just gonna just gonna fold. We just ripped that one in for like 12 bigs or whatever. Got the Kongs. Let's see how the Kongs treat us today. Are you working for me? No, Poker King looks like it's off the menu for us today. What on earth? You don't get taught these spots. You don't get taught these spots. So you 3-bet the cutoff and you get cold called by 2 people. Like, what on earth? This is not in a regular game tree. I feel like with 2 checks through, we can bet for value. We get 2 calls though, like what? I mean, fair play to them if they've got a 10 here. It just feels like they don't have a 10 from the way that's played out. Kings and aces. What a blessed fella I am. Want to rip it in? I mean, we're normally supposed to check quite frequently. Cut off versus button. Then we're just going to bet big, I think. So, I mean, they're not calling 5x, are they? They're not calling 5x on the flop, on the turn. So they could have King 10, King 9, which you beat. I mean, they could just slow play Queen Jack, which is pretty sick. But I think because we beat a lot of their other stuff that I think would bet for value, we still call. Yeah. I mean, I rate it. I absolutely rate it. I don't rate them calling Jack 8 offsuit pre-flop, but I rate that they have a bluff like that. So this one's checked all the way through. We have just binked to set on the river. So we just go for a big bet, like just make it look like we're bluffing or whatever. Squeezing with 9s. Like another thing, like 3-betting, you know, we proved it the other day on Sunday. Just like 3-betting is just very, very, very powerful at this level of game. So yeah, find more 3-bets of stuff. You just shoved us straight into a flush. Happens, mate. One of them, innit? Can't be scared of flushes all the time. Hard to hit a flush. Jam on me, Kaiman. Jam on me. I've got nothing. I'm opening from the button. My range should be like so insanely wide here that interesting, mate. Interesting. I mean, I think I like the play. Like this play is, I've got them down as yellow, so I don't actually know what I think of their like game or anything. I don't know whether I think they're a. I play with them a lot, so I guess they're a reg. But I think last time I checked them, which would have been ages ago, their shark scope probably is hidden or just not that many like stats or anything. So yeah, not fully sure what to make of their game, but I think that's pretty reasonable to check raise on that board and then jam with the flush draw. Again, as I say, I'm supposed to be opening like to cover them like so much of my range. To cover them for a bounty, it should be opening like 70, 80. Probably even an argument for opening like 90% of range. So this is quite an interesting spot. This player limped, this player called, this player made it 5 or 6 or something. I decided to make the flat. I guess we just call. I think raisins is going to make it look way too strong. We would still get called by ace X, I reckon. But I think we just give them a false sense of security, I reckon. And I think we just jam this turn now. Do we? We're still going to get called by like ace queen, ace king, ace jack probably. Nice. Rocky. Jack 8 should not be in their range, no. But yeah, you're new here, so you haven't seen some of the stuff that we see quite frequently. We do see some nuts shit. I don't know what your average buy-in is. Mine, I think, is now like from this year. I think mine's a lot higher now. It's like $20, $25 or something. But crumbs, man. Like even in $22 tournaments and stuff, like the stuff that we see is insanity to me. Just absolute insanity to what people call. Just how people play the game. But as I always have to tell myself, always have to tell myself, the people playing poker, a lot of them don't play it as seriously as I do. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, this is the thing. Like, I don't really know why you would fire up a poker game and not want to be good enough to like beat it. Like, to me that just seems like a really weird concept. Like, people that just come on and have a little gamble. I just think there's like so many other games that are like just luck based. I mean, it is luck based as well, like pretty much. There's such like skill involved, but there's still quite a bit of luck. But yeah, it just blows my mind, like some of the levels of games that people do weird shit in, that I'm just like, right, let's not what. It's just not a plus EV move or whatever. I mean, this might not be plus EV. I've just called a squeeze with 9-8, and we're going to get it in on the flop. We're going to get it in because the SPR is so low. I don't really envision them having like ace-8, for example, but they can have, you know, 9s plus. But then they can also have ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, all that sort of stuff as well. So we just get it in. We just go for it. Alright, Rocky. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follow as well, mate. Yeah, usually I'm on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays from this sort of time. And then Sundays I do a bigger session, but I still start at the same time. So yeah, hopefully see you again. But yeah, thanks for the follow, mate. Nice chatting with you. So yeah, looks like we're going to have to add some other games in on different sites to make up for the lack of ACR today. God, I would love more caffeine. I'm out of coffee though. I have to go get some coffee. What do I do if I want more caffeine? I mean, I could have green tea, couldn't I? I'm just so into coffee at the moment that I just don't want anything else for my caffeine fix. I should probably just drink some water, to be honest. I know, my partner's got some tea bags that are infused with biscuit flavour, so I'm going to have one of those. I'll just make one of them. I'll be back very, very shortly. Some people think they know poker and think they are good. They see an ace or a king in their hands, no matter the position, and they say to themselves, hey, it's a good card, I should... That's true as well. I think that's also like another sort of perception thing, especially at low and micros. You like perceive that people know as much as you do, and I think that's so... like a bad mindset thing, but I don't know how to get over that. Like when Aurelio asked if I was gonna provide coaching, and I was like, who would want coaching from me? It's like, because I think that I still have loads to learn. So, but then I remember like, but then like Jack, for example, was like, but yeah, people that are micro stakes grinding and stuff, like I would be very valuable to teach like a micro stakes and maybe a low stakes grinder, like some new stuff that they might not know. But yeah, I think it's just because like I'm exposed to, you know, like Pone Diddy and fucking Lewis Spencer and all those sorts of people who, you know, are playing Tritons for 50k a buy-in. And I just feel like, well, I'm not at that level, am I? So then I feel like, what do I know? Well, this is definitely one of the weirdest 3-bet pots I've ever been in. So, I 3-bet under the gun. I've checked called like 40% bet on the flop. I then check called a 4 big blind turn bet. Costly check back. Costly check back. Ace Jack. What an odd way to play that hand for them. What a, like, odd that they won't want to go for 3 streets either, when like lots of stuff brick. Very, very odd. Very odd indeed. Look, I ran into 6 full of 2 full house after dude called all 3 barrels and completed on the river. It's just welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. It's like, how do I, like, do I need to bet more to get you off this? Like, you know, it's just one of them though. It's just bad runs of cards, man. It just sucks though sometimes. It just feels like it's so against you. They should really think about calling like anything here. Yeah, 3-4. Disgusting. Disgusting attitude. That is no good. There's one of them spots where you're like, man, I wish I just didn't pair up my 8 there. If I didn't pair up my 8 there, actually no, 3-4 would have still got there, wouldn't it, I think. But yeah. You know what? Very happy to see people calling off better today. That never normally, like, I feel like people just wouldn't be calling that off there. 3-4 offsuit, but I think you've getting a pretty decent price for 2 bounties. So whilst I'm not happy about losing, I am happy about being called by stuff that I feel as though should call. It's a funny old mindset to be in, isn't it? for me. So we isolate this absolute garbage when they limp. For sure. For sure we do. But yeah, we're all back on like regular time now as well. So yeah, it's just like a period of 1 week in October where England's time is ahead on some poker clients and then not on some other ones. Fuck now, it's getting cold though. Like I'm feeling the cold through my coat right now. That's how cold it is for me. We made the flat with 10s. I do imagine us getting check raised sometimes here, which wouldn't be fantastic, but be right. So this person opened from under the gun has checked twice. So I'm going to bet 55 and then just snap check the river on pretty much any card apart from a 5. Right, let's try this biscuit brew. I only had a swig of it the other day when my partner made one, but yeah, it's alright, you know. We're squeezing, as I say, just 3-betting and squeezing and stuff is pretty effective. This deep, we still want the hands that we can play, though. Right, so when they actually call here and it was under the gun open, I still think they're going to have quite a few things that connect with this flop. I don't really want to go 3 streets with a weak ace like this. So I think I'm going to play it as a check. Yeah, I mean, King Queen's in the mix. Probably still have to call 1 at this price. I mean, like all spades, King Queen's got there, Ace Jack, Ace 10, Ace 5, any spades if they have spades. We don't really beat any value, do we? So I just checked this one all the way versus this stack because I don't know, they're not really supposed to flat that. I mean, actually, you know what? I'm absolutely lying. They can flat sometimes here off these really short stacks. But we just got very lucky and hit the thing on the river. Yeah, odd. A bit odd drinking that. But you know what? Dunking biscuits in tea is nice. But also biscuits are just very bad for you. Hey Carol, if I say biscuit, what's a biscuit to you guys in Canada? Because I know biscuits in America are not what biscuits are in England. But I don't know what they are in Canada. I honestly think we just jam. I think over these stacks. We jam in, and I hope you like jamming too. Just binked a full house. We made the flat versus under the gun, so I don't think people are really gonna think we've got pocket fives all that frequently, which is pretty nice. He's good, this kid. They're gonna know that they've got the range advantage here, which is pretty fantastic for us. They've got the nut advantage, in theory. I will call. Another check. Maybe we go for one that looks like a block or something. You know, if they've got king queen or something, like, they might even think about raising. Maybe. We're going after a bounty. It wasn't much to call. Nice. We got 3-bet. It's gone check. I'll probably have to call this for a bounty as well. On 888, we don't actually need as much equity either. The reason why we don't need as much equity is because this is an $11 tournament, but the starting bounty is $5, so it's like half instead of a quarter. So if you need 32% and below, or 32 to like 20 whatever percent to call. So this is really weird. They squeezed and now folded. Like, this makes absolutely no sense why they would do that. Of course. Jack? Of course. Can't really get away from it there though, I don't think. But yeah, so if you need 32% to profitably call that sort of scenario, maybe less in that specific scenario. You need even less on 888 to make a profitable call. Wow. Well, let's hope we win this one, because this would be a bit annoying to lose after just binking out of a pot. That is pretty tough to come back from that one, isn't it? Pretty tough when they bink quads. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I'm not sour about that one at all. Yeah, but Carol, don't Americans have biscuits that are like things you have on like a savoury meal? What are those things? Those like big hunks of biscuits that I think they have. I don't know what they have them with, like biscuits and gravy. Like what is that? Do you have that? Because whatever those are, those like biscuits that they have with gravy, like I don't think we have anything that's like that at all. God, it's kind of tempting, isn't it? What was that rule? There's like a nice rule of thumb that on the turn, if the price isn't that great, but if you think your pair will be good if you pair up, then you can still make the call. That's kind of a good little rule of thumb to go by. And I don't think a 7 or a 9 is going to be good to call if I was to hit one of those. So I think we'll use that rule of thumb and see how we get on using that one. I think I learnt that one from Lex, actually. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to jump into the voyage on 888 today if Poker King's not running. See how we get on with the voyage. We'll play a few of the vanillas on 888 today. We are deep enough. Definitely are deep enough to try and set mine here. Let's go for it. I'm not gonna have much 5x that flats though. That's something we have to be aware of. I am gonna have A6 though, but so are they. And then they bet 2 big blinds. Weak Ace-X, Queen Jack or something. So we bet small on this flop. I don't really like the call from the big blind, just because they're going to have the most 6x and 3x. I don't think they've. I'd be surprised to see a 6 or a 3 in their thing, but I think we just fold now. I think they're trying to get more value from their 6 or 3x. No, wow, what a fucking hell. How wrong could a boy be, eh? How wrong could I be there? I think their bluff is just absolute bullshit. Like, it was just felt so bullshit. But yeah, very, very intrigued by them having the Queen Jack. I mean, even if they jam, I think I have to call this. I think we just call. There's definitely better stuff that they can have for value. King Queen, King 7, just any hearts. Set of queens. Set of queens will do it. That's what you get, isn't it, Dan? That is what you get. Oh well, at least I'm not jamming in there. At least I'm aware enough that jamming in there is not going to be that great. So we bet versus the big blind. We bet small on this board, which I think is fine. I think we just size up. God, I feel like this is a bet fold, you know. pretty sick for them, to be honest. They had king queen, so they did block my specific hand. They didn't block any spades. They had king queen of hearts. I think that's pretty unfortunate for them, really. Just want to raise this one kind of big against this stack because, you know, we just $22 on stars as well. So they just come out leading. I think we're just going to fold for that size. We defended here. It went check, check. We then led small on the turn. Then I just want to like lead an amount that will get called by ace high sometimes. If we get jammed on, we'll just have to fold, I think, because they might just been trapping. We've bet. And we'll be betting again. What do we want? 6, 7 of spades. That'll be pretty disgusting. I mean, I think it's fine. We check cold. We will now be betting because we have a lot of 6x. Oh god, we're disconnecting again, are we? Why is this happening? Let me know if you're still there. I'll have to double check. I just don't get what's going on with the internet lately, you know. Yeah, I'll have to check whether or not YouTube's just disconnected or not. Yeah, I really am unsure as to why we're getting so many like frequent little micro disconnections. It's pretty annoying. So we made the flat when this player opened. We kind of want this player to disappear. I'm not sure if the player is in the mix or if it's just that glitch. I mean, we'll happily get it in against this player if they just don't. I'm very surprised. Don't have any ace-X opening from that. I don't think we're going to be in the best shape, really, but. Just moving over. We're just jamming this one over the top of the limp. Let's get there. GG's. Limp call. Well played, mate. It went check check. We check raised on the turn small. And we crack the Kongs. Crack the Kongs all day long. All day long we crack the Kongs. Boom, boom. This is quite interesting. We'll check this one back. And then we can call. I mean, luckily we do block. We do heavily block 7 and 6x combinations, which I think is pretty nice. Well, nut flush versus quads. I think first hand in the 1650 Rumble. GG's. Nut flush versus quads. God, that's the way to go, isn't it? Pretty wank. We check this one back on the flop. I think we can definitely call even this over bet. We hit none of it. Too many outs, I think. Any 9, any king, probably any spade. You would have a pretty good guess. Probably any spade would help us out as well. Yeah. Baited. Honestly, I think when you bet pretty big after squeezing, you should probably calm it down. You should probably calm it down, I think, if I'm continuing there. Are we live and running? Okay. That's the main question. I think we look fine, everyone. I think we look fine and dandy. Yes, unfortunately, out of the $16.50 Rumble. I mean, you know, was slightly scared of a full house or quads, but I had the nut flush draw. I had the nut flush. We will call this because they should jam quite a lot of random stuff. Very good. Very, very good. Reasonable hand for them to jam. Unfortunate to walk into an ace, but you know, the blinds just always have it, it seems. The blinds just always have something to call with. Always. Don't know how they do it. I do it. Everybody else does it. They always just have something. Rigged. It's rigged for action, isn't it? Full-blown riggy-diggy dude. Wriglington, Diglington. Are we jamming? Are we gonna jam? I think we're just gonna jam. I have 2 8s and I feel great. There we go. There we go. I actually think I should prioritize some of these vanillas over some of the ones that I play on PokerStars, you know, because they're smaller field and they're still chunky prizes if you do get through to the end, and 8 is notoriously soft. Might be a bit goosey, but we're having a squiz. Like, you want playable stuff. 4-3s, I'd say, is relatively playable. We can't call though. Always seems to have it, this fella. Always just seems to have it. One of those people. They're annoying, those people. It's like, how do you always have it? Whenever I look them up, they have it. And then they always play like they have it as well. They sometimes don't have it, though. We check this one back. We're going to call. I think this is just pretty telling, you know. If they don't have a 6 here, like, I'm going to have so much ace X that wants to check back and probably calls one. So for them to just jam into it, it's just, I feel like it's just very telling. Like, if they don't have a 6, then fair play. But I do block like 7-8 as straight draws and stuff, so yeah, I think it's just rather telling, isn't it? That move. Ace or jack, please. Again, not much we can do left. 12 bigs. You know, nice to have a live ace, I guess. I'll just fold. Going for the jam against this big stack. I think it's fine. They should open, you know, like wide. I don't know if at this stage if they are supposed to be open any wider, but I think, you know, 25 bigs, ace jack seems fine. Go on, jam it into me this time. Like, they won't this time. They just won't. They just somehow know. I swear they just are like behind me or something. They just know. Have king queen, mate. Just get it in. Well, I've slow played kings because I thought this stack. I thought a lot of them, you know, potentially want to rip it in and would be pretty happy to. We'll just keep calling. I mean, we'll lose to jacks, lose to tens. If we've got them, whatever. I think the good thing is if they've got something like Jack 10, you know, how do you fold? Pocket eights on 888. Ready to rumble with them, I think. Off we go. $10 bounty on my head. I feel like I've got a bit of forward equity though, compared to these stacks. Whoa, that stings, man. That really does sting, doesn't it? GG's, mate. We're not getting back in that for 12 bigs. Definitely a stinger of a result. I felt it as well. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I could just feel it. Oh, you are fucking me off, man. What on earth? What a cold deck. It's just, it's quite fantastic, isn't it? The way I'm cruising all the way, and then it's just cooler. The first cooler was 12 big blinds, ace king versus ace jack. Like, not much you can do there really, apart from lose. And then he just get me with that as well. Just not fantastic. Right, I'm not going anywhere. I am just going to be looking at some bets to put on though, so do bear with. Yeah, apologies. I am just looking at some bets and stuff. So do bear with. I can't work out this thing though, so I've got this thing that just shows me positive EV bets to put on for extra place things for horses, and sometimes it automatically fills out the result, and then other times it doesn't. It's very weird. Actually, do bear with everyone. I am just going to pop to the toilet to be back very shortly. Welcome back, all. Welcome back. We'll have to be jamming this one. Making us wait for it, aren't they? Do 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 do. God, looks like we had a winning horse. Yes. God, I'm doing all right. You know what? I don't want to jinx myself, but the variance of these horse bets that I'm putting on is pretty high, and I've just been running pretty well so far. We will have to go. I'm not excited by this prospect, but I can't fold for this amount. Flipping. Well done, sir. Well, I'm saying sir. Don't know whether you're a sir or whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be is good with me. Can you see? I don't think this is one we want to trap, let people rip into. I mean, we'll happily call, I think, if one of these jams, but if they rip, we'll probably just find the fold. Again, 40-ish bigs. People aren't. People on, you know, sometimes they're gonna. Sometimes we're gonna find some. Four-bet bluffers, but not usually. Well, we lose to the ace of spades, which, you know, can be in their range. Not going to deny that. I'm just gonna flop the nuts on me, man. It's insane stuff. Insane stuff. Alright, guy that did us with kings. You got kings again, mate? Yeah, you can never really do that much, can you, against a flopped nut flush draw? Fair play to them. I think they got lucky with the 4-liner when I've got the queen, when I literally lose just to the ace of spades. So we went limp, 5x. I guess we just bet pretty big on this board. Again, not completely sure what people's over limp call range is, but it could, you know, from what we know about limp calls, it could definitely include just some some weird shit. It's gone check, check. We are all in here as well. Let's see if Lobison wants to call us off. I mean, it's pretty tempting, isn't it? I think we just have to get away from it at this stage. Do we? I mean, there's too much value, I think, in... I think we call here, get a... You know, if we win, we get a big stack to cruise into the final table sort of thing, you know? Like, I think it's future game-wise. I think if we call and win, if we get these two bounties... Wow, we're just absolutely crushed. Queen? Fuck. I think there is just a lot, like, I think that just is insanely unlucky to walk into kings there as well. But you know, they're always going to be strong the first initial raiser, but the second one, blip blue. Right, off we go. It's a flip. Nice. Blip, 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 blip. I mean, not the end of the world, but I'd like to have won that one, like, you know what I mean? Bound, bound. Bling, 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 bling. Do I bet this one? I guess when I don't really care about getting blown off the hand, I probably do bet this one. They'll check and it'll be like the 10 of whatever. No. Alrighty, mate. That's such a bad river card. What action kill it? Maybe the action was already killed anyway, but Not what I wanted to see. I can't say I'm all that certain what I want to do with King 10. Like, it likes to jam a lot of the time. Versus this stack size though at this stage, I don't know whether we just flat fold. Could imagine folding's like fine. Flatting probably fine. I feel like Ace 10 still wants to jam, doesn't it? I'd be surprised if it doesn't want to jam in this setup. We really do not want to see calls though, because calls off these stacks at this stage is going to be pretty strong, I would reckon. Ciao, 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 Kiko. How you getting on, mate? I'm assuming you're not playing today. It's not working, is it? It's been under maintenance. Check back 30 minutes for like hours now. Called off their jam. They just binked 3 of a kind. Very good for you. Very good for you. Again, don't want any calls. I mean, we wouldn't mind a call from them, I think, because they don't have to be as tight. But they're still going to have to be like relatively tight, I think, to call just at this stage. If this folds around to us, I think, yeah, I mean, just mathematically it's a call. I'm pretty glad that that this is happening, because I didn't really want to call Queen 6 offsuit, but it would have been a call. As silly as that sounds. What can you say? I've got a J. Is this flip gonna go my way? I'm gonna become a rapper, everyone, just so you know. Not really. Just practicing out my bars, though. My poker-related bars. I'm a poker freestyler. Oh, baby. I went a bit fishy here. Alright, don't show the right one. OBS. So yeah, I went a little bit fishy because they bet pots on the flop, this player, but they are also very fishy, so I do not mind. With Binkauer clean out of the 3. And then I think I might just rip it in against this player, because they will call me off with like ace king here. You know, I could walk into it, whatever. But yeah, I mean, they call me off with queens there. That is just a pure player-related spot there, though. I probably wouldn't do that for a lot of people. But I just know they're going to call me off with, like, second pair there. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to print versus that specific player. I think we have to get in the mix. Yeah. Oh, behave. Behave now. It's not on. It's not on some of this stuff today. This is very peculiar. Six-5 offsuit. Wow, good for you. Good for you, mate. We are going to snap this one off. GG's. Not much we can do there either. We just have to call that one. Would like to win it, but you know, we don't get to win that one there. Yeah, I think we just have to call that like all day, every day. Just a rubbish result. But we are very live. $3.75 bounty. You never know. We might have slipped into the cache. Probably not. Normally, when it holds off like this, though, it can be the case. Anyway, I'll move to a different table. We came 41st, so we did Busto. We are wagering all of our chips. So under the gun limped. I made it 5.5. We got cold. I decided because the SPR is so low, we just rip. Do let me know what you think. We're probably going to be, you know, 2 overs. We're going to be live, aren't we, I think? I think we have to call. They can have worse. They can have better. They've got worse. We did the dom. We dom them. I think I'm alright just jamming a suited king here. Their range is going to be pretty wide, covering both of us too, so I think that works for me. I'll have all of the board, por favor. Grazie, por favor. See, my Italian's improving, isn't it, Kiko? Like, you know exactly what I'm on about. Cowboy hand. To the 10, to the 10, to the 10, 10, 10, 10, to the 10, to the 10, 10, 10. Trying to do it in time with the smooth beat. So they open. I mean, do we bet this one big? Seven, eight, any set. How do people do it? They call a squeeze out of position with pocket fives on a board of monotone king, queen, 10 or something. Check call twice. And then just lead jam the river on a 5. And they just hit a set of 5s. Like, how do people do it? How do people do it? I don't even think they had the 5 of hearts either, just to make it like even more ridiculous. Like, I just don't get it. Don't get it. The play is beyond me. The play is beyond. And then I just lost blind versus blind. We had 9-10. I decided to limp. They checked back. On ace 8-9, we checked. They checked, I think. And then we stabbed. They raised. We called. And then we checked. They bet. I just don't understand how they could ever have ace there, but they do. No, they don't have an ace. They had 9-3 for a river 2 pair when I had the better 9. So sad. Good day, Bakes. God, I get to... It's fantastic, this stream, you know. I get to try out my Italian with... my incredible Italian with Kiko. And I get to... do my Australian with Bakes. How are you getting on? How are you going? How are you going, Bakes? Bakes, can I ask, have you ever seen in the flesh a funnel web? They are terrifying. Have you ever seen one in the flesh? Are they common? Thanks for the good luck as well, Bake. Sorry, I didn't even acknowledge that, did I? I'm in my own world, you know. I'm a Libra, so I'm all, I'm... Cool, just have queens, mate. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I seem to find top of big blind's range every time? Every fucking time, mate. This will be a jam. What top of range are you gonna have? Ace King? There's a good chance they might actually just rip something here, which would be pretty... Well, it'd be good pre-flop action. What do they have? Aces. Cool. That's disgusting. That is disgusting stuff for the aces. That's what, like how I was running on Sunday. All my big tournaments, big spots of aces cracked. 2-outed, every single one. Do we ever float this? Yeah. Do we get to lead this? I think we're all very, very even on everything that we can have. King doesn't feel very nice to carry on with, does it really? Let's save this one. Would be nice to know if we get to rip this one here. Well, I guess I don't have to give you a good luck today, do I? You're already lucky enough, mate. Should get called pretty wide. What, redback? Are they the big old buggers? Go on, it's no chips, mate. You're gonna have to call. Nice one. Back in the game. Back once again. Back once again. I'm gonna Google a redback right now. I've been trying to do some like exposure, not like exposure-y / therapy sort of stuff. Redback spider. I'm trying to appreciate spiders instead of being grossed out by them, you know. Oh god, that one looks menacing. God, that's a beast, isn't it? That is such a classic. That is... I don't know if you ever watched Courage the Cowardly Dog, but that is the Cat's Motel spider, isn't it? Fat redbacks. God, they are... I mean, that's a pretty spider, you know. That is a very, very pretty spider. Do redbacks... So it's saying that they're pretty venomous, but do they actually go for you? Because that's the thing, isn't it, with funnel webs. They actually like actively just want to start on you, but most other spiders just... You don't get funnel webs on your side, just on the east coast. Oh, interesting. Cool. I didn't realise that it made that much difference. Australia is like pretty massive though, isn't it? I didn't realise it made that much difference though. But yeah, those redbacks are cool. Funnel webs just sound like absolute monsters though, man. Absolute monsters. What do I want to do here? Do we just jam? We've got this stack here that we kind of want them to play. Obviously, they just snap forward and I flat. Kiko is ready to teach some Italian. Kiko just comes on and tells me to say some Italian words that are probably incredibly offensive. Redback's not that big, but they'll fuck you if they bite you. But they don't actively want to. Is that... Because from what I gathered, it was just like... The only spiders that want to actually come after you are... funnel webs. Like all the other ones just want to like get out your way, really. I don't know how I don't go broke here, to be honest. If you've got a flush, then fair play. I've lost to a lot of flopped flushes today. So, one more in the bank is absolutely fine. Very good. Very good. Maybe we get away from that, to be honest, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just being an absolute station today. I lost nut flush, like the first hand of the 1650 rumble, just nut flush versus quads. Yeah, I just feel like not having the best of run today, but I also don't feel like I'm playing the best either, so. I don't know if we actually re-jam here, if we just flat and then fold to like insane action, but maybe that is the move. We just flat and then fold to like all in, all in, all in, all in, all in or something. That's how you lose, isn't it? I don't lose in yeah, I never feel like I lose in non-disgusting manners. With a gut shot for this price, I will happily come along. Check back 5. Check back 5 of diamonds, just to me, you know, just to be weird about it. Yeah, I think there's one thing that's a misconception about false widows, because they're the most poisonous ones that we get, false widows. And people think that they're going to kill you. But actually, they'll just make the next 4 days or so just pretty horrible. Apparently, you can just feel like you're, like, I don't know. Sounds a bit like when you're getting disorientated from ketamine or something. Sounds like you're like that for like 4 days. Do we raise this board? That's the question. I mean, I'd probably want to raise some weaker flushes. Multi-way. They're going to check. Then it's going to be another club on the board just to make it nice and difficult for me. I think because we also have the king, we kind of have to let them try and... I feel like we have to let them do something. Do we raise this now, though? I think if we raise, we do get called by King X still. And then I think we go for this sort of size. Nothing too excessive. Potentially still get called by like King X. Potentially. Yeah, that seems to be the case with all spiders. Like, at the end of the day, spiders are pretty damn smart, aren't they? Like, they are really, really smart. So, I think they... I mean, if you saw someone that was what even is the scale difference? Are we like 200 times the size? Are we like 1,000 times the size of a spider? I don't really know how you would put it into... like scale, but you know, if you saw someone substantially bigger than you, you would just want to leave them alone, wouldn't you? I think if they jam for it, we'll still have to call here. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'd have loved to have won that flip with the sevens, you know, for $5 bounty. I'd have loved it. The spiders I find really cool though, the jumping spiders. Like, I didn't really know anything about them, but jumping spiders are really impressive. They can work out puzzles and shit. What on earth? It's like the most amount of bird chirps. It was incredibly loud. Right then, everyone, just going to head to the toilet. Be back very, very shortly. Oh, actually, I'll just pop my light on. Bear with me. God, I actually forgot you had snakes. Completely forgot about snakes, man. Yeah, not for me. I think snakes are really cool, but also I just wouldn't really want to be in the presence of a snake, to be honest. Like king cobras, for example, just freak the shit out of me, man. Like I have dreams about those ones. I'd say dreams, they're more nightmares, aren't they? But yeah, not for me. I mean, I have been to places with snakes and little grass snakes and shit. They don't really bother me, but it is just the poisonous ones that freak me out a bit. Especially because I got a dog as well. Like in England, we have adders, and where I live, it actually gets hot enough that adders do come around. So, like, I think it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, before I had my dog. Probably 3 years ago. Literally just over there, like just over there on the floor outside, there was a little baby adder that was like this sort of size. So I managed to get it and chuck it into the woods. But yeah, we have like warnings for adders, but you just have to be a bit careful for them for your dog, don't you? Like, don't want my dog getting bitten by an adder. But yeah, that's the only snake. We have earthworms as well, which are technically snakes. But yeah, apart from that. But yeah, adders can get you, can't they? They actually can do damage. They can poison you. They're also very cool looking. Adders are cool looking. This is not ideal when they actually flat. I think this is one of the reasons why we don't like flatting all that often with 10s and stuff, but you know, we do let them come in with worse hands. I think we just go block now. Wow, this is insane, the amount of sets people are hitting against me today. Insane. Insane. Fair enough though, like absolutely fair enough to come along with 4s. Again, I think that is the argument for like 10s and stuff, just to rip, but you know, at the same time, getting them to overcall with 4s is actually pretty good for us in most scenarios. Just not that one. Yeah, it'll be coming into summer for them, Kiko, I think now. As we go into autumn, they go into summer. Well, spring, I guess. It'll be springtime for you, won't it, Bakes? I mean, this is interesting. Well, I'm just gonna fold. Just from experience, when the blind starts betting on a card that's very good for my range, it's not just one pair, it's at least better than one pair. Kiko, learning English after all these years is absolutely fine when you're an Italian man who's lived in Italy. You probably just never needed to even speak English. Then you've just got thrown into California. Thrown straight into California. Your English is good, mate. English is absolutely ridiculous of a language. So they have nut advantage. I think we still bet twice and then check. I would like a very wet card, please. Very good for you, yes. Very, very good for you, that one, wasn't it? God, the cards are not playing ball for me. Literally the card in the deck I don't want to see. A 7 or an 8. There's other cards, you know, PokerStars. There's other cards in the deck. There's deuces. There's an ace or something, you know. But no, just give them the 7 that completes their pair and a gut shot. Pair and a gut shot as well. Calls 75% twice. Don't even have a diamond, do they? God, they don't even have a diamond with it. 75 twice. 75% twice, eh? Livid. Oh yeah, on Sunday I got pretty close, by the way, to the day 2 for that $11 Super Sunday. I got to the last half an hour. Lost a pretty annoying pot where it was multi-way. I had pocket 8s under the gun. The flop was like... what was the flop? 5-3 deuce or something like that. 5-3-4, something low in that, and I had like the cutoff and the big blind in the mix. It was two-tone, I believe. We had about 25 bigs or 30 bigs or something, so I bet the flop kind of big and got a fold from the cutoff, but a call from the big blind. And then I think the board came like a deuce or something to give a 4-liner for a 6, but also if I had an ace I would have had a straight as well. So it was like a pretty weird one. So I checked because it was like less than pot left anyway, or just pot or something left. So I checked. So it went check because I was like, you know, if I had an ace here, I would just be checking anyway and then just calling off whatever. And then the river came, which was like a blank. They just jam it in. And I was just like, oh man. I think like at the end of the day, I have to fold my 8s there, I think, because you know they've got loads of 6x still, I think. And plus, I just have better hands to call with. Like I think I'd prefer to call with an ace there than my 8s because I've got a straight at least. So yeah, that one like kind of crippled my stack a little bit after the big bet on the flop. And then I got to like 9 bigs or something, had king queen of hearts on the button. I jammed in. They have ace 9 with offsuit with the ace of hearts. We hit a flush on the turn and then they river the nut flush, which I just thought was disgusting way to go. The amount of hearts we had locked up. It was so horrible. That'd have put me right back in as well because everyone was really short. So yeah, that's how I busted that one. So it was that was a bit of a frustrating one. I think it's more frustrating when you lock up so many of their outs with the hearts. Definitely not fun. But again, another like top 100. I think I was in the top 100 there, or the top 150 out of like 16,000 entries or whatever. You know, I keep getting pretty deep ones in those big fields, but just not getting that last bit. More than likely going to be all in here. If they jam, I'm not sure what we want to do. Because they could jam some worse ace-X, but then they could also just jam. I think we'd fold if they were to jam. Here, though, I think this is pretty clear as day jam. You know, they cover us all quite drastically. I don't really expect to get a fold from them, but I do expect to be ahead. Oh, wow, they've got 8s. Does anybody open from cutoff? Does anyone open with like trash like they should be? Do they? Never feels like it. Never ever feels like it. Well, I only got 4 games left. I'm just decided. I'm making a decision not to play that $22 mystery bounty that happens on the weekends now on Party Poker. Like I just don't really want to play games. Like I play bounties a lot. Bounties are higher variance anyway, so I just don't really feel like I want to incorporate lots of mystery bounties into the mix. To be honest, I think that's absolutely fair to say. Like, I'll play them on Sundays, some of the mystery bounties on 888 or whatever, but yeah, they're definitely, like, again, I do think they should just have the 22 mystery bounty if you want, but keep the $22 PKO up there. Like, it's just annoying me because I did like playing that one. That's a good one to play. I just don't really understand why they would replace and not just add another one. Boo boo boo. I mean, I think we can bet or check. To be honest, I think I like checking a little bit more here. Like, you know, ace queen for them is a normal, like a pure flat most of the time. So yeah, I don't think I mind. And then if it checks round to us, we're gonna bet. If someone bets into us, I don't know whether we go for raise or not. Probably. We got called by ace deuce of spades. I guess they don't block any mist flushes and stuff. I guess. They have top pair. Kind of feel like if I had ace deuce, I'd probably want to squeeze more than just overcall from the blinds. But that's just me. That's just what I would do. I think we're just going to jam this for this. I think when you've got 14 or below, basically, we can just jam. Wow. Cool. Cool. Well, to be honest, team, I do apologise, but I think I'm going to be just going to continue with these two off stream. I've got quite a bit to go in both of these tournaments. I've only got 2 games left. I'm not going to register anymore. So yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow, everyone. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting. But yeah, like the eliminator can go until like 6 hours time or 7 hours time, and I'm not registered any more games, so I'm just gonna, yeah, just chill out then, I guess. But yeah, thanks everyone. I'll catch you all tomorrow, 12:30 PM, and I'll yeah, see you all tomorrow then.